show that we've ever had, I believe, which is probably going to be a pretty good show. As Jacob sounds like he's crying, laughing already.
Emilio was so talkative before we went live. I don't know what happened, Clayton.
It might have been that I told him to shut up. All right. Matt Schneidman tweeted out, Packers announced they'll wear their whiteout uniforms against the Commanders on Thursday Night Football in Week 2.
Let's go.
That. And then they'll wear their 1923 themed alternates against the Panthers in Week 9. I kind of like that too. Go out there and try to boat race the Panthers and break those jerseys in the right way with a nice butt kick. And Emilio, what do you think about this, man? First of all, how do y'all feel about the wideouts? I'll start with Emilio there. I love it, man. The winter warning unis.
Yeah, those are clean. They're icy. They're clean. I think those are, that's one where you can you white out the whole attire and you feel good, look good, play good kind of thing. I really do like them. And at home too. So I think that'll be the way to go.
Absolutely. What do you guys think, Jacob, Tim? How do y'all feel about these dates that they picked here for the throwback and of course the whiteout uni?
I like the idea of the whiteouts when there's whiteout. You know what I mean? Like they did it a little early, in my opinion. I'd like to see it more like in the winter games. That way you get the real sense of it there. But I am really stoked to see the throwbacks with those crazy helmets. I've seen a lot of people going both ways about them, but I think they're absolutely awesome. What do you think, Tim?
I'm with you on the whiteout theme. They were called the winter warning uniforms for a reason. So you'd like to see them out there in the snow. But honestly, I'm fired up. I'll be at the Week 2 game against the Commanders for Thursday Night Football. That'll be fun. And it's always cool when you get to see the alternates at home. You know, and you talk about the 23 throwbacks against the Panthers Week 9. That's going to be cool to see those at home. But I'm going to be 100% honest. We've got a game in Pittsburgh Week 8 on the road. And it's already been announced that the Steelers are wearing their 1920s throwbacks in that game. I think it would be kind of cool if we saw the Packers wear the 1923 throwbacks on the road against the Steelers in Week 8 as well. That's my take on it. It'd be kind of cool. Throwback on throwback. You got A-Rod against J Money, Packers, Steelers in the Steel City. I think that would be cool to see throwbacks on the field all around. But that's just my opinion, man,
I agree. I think that would have been awesome too, Tim, is to kind of go throwback to throwback. And you remember that one year where they were celebrating the AFL and they actually had the officials dressed in the old AFL colors and all that? Yep. I like that stuff. I'm a sucker for that stuff, man.
I'd like to see it like I said, a home game and an away game, right? You got to get the throwbacks at Lambeau for sure. So I love the look against the Panthers in Week 9, but I think it'd be kind of cool to wear them on the road as well.
Yeah, let me ask you guys this. How do you feel about the 1923 unis? Because like Jacob said, I've heard people, with varying opinions. I think y'all might be surprised by my take on it, but I want to get your all's take. Do you love them? Do you wish they'd done something a little different? How do y'all feel about the 1923 unis?
I feel exactly like Matt Ramage. Matt Ramage eloquently pointed it out when this was announced that a throwback uniform is supposed to be a homage to an old uniform. It's not supposed to be a new fancy alternate uniform. It's supposed to pay homage to history and be a throwback. So that being said, we've seen the navy blue, we've seen the brown helmets and the brown pants, we've seen the 1920s look a few times before, but I got to be honest, I think this is the best run of these throwbacks for sure. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm loving it. The leatherhead look, and then a little bit of a modern take on a classic with the jerseys. I love it.
Yeah, no, I was going to basically say that same thing, other than I just wish they did something a little different with the pants. But like you said, they're not making a new design. They're basically they're paying homage, like you said, to the old days, that sort of stuff. So, but dude, the airbrushing, I mean, I know a lot of people that are negative about it say that, I can't remember what college did it last year or something like that, but Illinois. Yeah. It's just, I mean, you watch that unboxing video, those dudes, and I just can't wait to see Tucker Kraft. Remember when he was flexing, all the tattoos and all that? Oh, yeah. Oof, I'd buy that action figure.
PTA. Mm-hmm. The 23s are clean. Thank you, Tim, because I think that, that airbrush really is money. And to think about it, the players get excited about it too. Like, we're talking about it as this, and that, but the players kind of get excited about playing, with some new sort of, new color, new look, all this, and that. I also do love, I just wanted to say that those white unis on a Thursday night game is clean. Like, under the lights, the white, I know it's not cold, but the white unis under the lights is going to look so fresh. But those 23 jerseys are going to be cool. I do like Tim's idea, though, if we could run them against Steelers too.
Wouldn't that be dope, right? You know what I mean? Like, I just think it would be cool to go into Pittsburgh and, we just do an old school throwback game, both sides of the ball. I would love it.
And, I was hearing Brian Bulaga talk about it, man. I got a lot of respect for Brian Bulaga. I think he played the game the right way. I think he's not a flashy player / person, right? But he said that he loved the jerseys. He hated the helmets.
Yeah.
And I don't hate the jerseys, but when I look at that uniform, the jersey is the thing I like the least about it personally. And I understand it is a throwback. It is kind of I like the old 8-ball ones. Remember the ones where they had just the circle? I thought that was
the circle
cool.
with the single number.
Yeah,
probably the most historically accurate, right?
Yeah, they just took a piece of wood back there, Tim, put some tape on it, and just hit it with a paintbrush. I mean, called it a day.
And back then, we got to remember that era, right? Like, nobody had their own number. Like, you wore whatever the hell they threw at you that day when you got out of the car and walked over to the field, right?
It was flashy that they actually put. People looked at it like that looks stupid. No, back then it was like, dang, these boys got that little circle on the front and stuff. It was obviously a very, very poor league at the time. But, it's not that I don't like the jerseys, but when he said that, I'm like, I like the helmets way better than the jerseys. The helmets are what really
the helmets are the star for this run.
Really
look, for all intents and purposes, they took the 50s throwback and changed the green into the navy blue. That's all they did.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So, again, I'm excited to see them, though. I've got to get me one of those helmets. They're on back order right now until, like, December. So, there will be one of those. As a matter of fact, we may replace that one right back there with the leather helmet.
And wouldn't you
get that one if you need somewhere to keep it? We'll put it back here. I got you, Clay.
You're running out of room, Tim. You got helmets everywhere, dude.
I'll make room, man. Don't worry, I'll make room.
Of course, that one over your right shoulder, that's not really a helmet. Go ahead, Amelia.
No, I was going to say, wouldn't you rather though have something old school clean rather than them trying to create something new for the Packers? I just don't know where they would go with it if they were to make a new uni. And I just all yellow with green accents and white trim, something like that. I feel like it's just not really the style of the Packers.
What I would love to see moving forward is, you guys remember in the 90s, they wore the unis where it was a throwback. I think it was the 1944 throwback where it was white with the yellow shoulder pads, right?
Yeah, okay.
I remember Brett having a long touchdown run in those. Imagine break those back out, stuff like that, but wear the leather helmet. You know what I mean? I think that would be sick. Just you could kind of cycle through the old.
I like it
in the past. So yeah. Anyway, I didn't expect to talk this long on the uniform, but I'm glad we did. Man, I think it is cool, and I want to embrace it. The people that are like, all right,